Hi there, this is Galen Martling. Today I am showing a graduation card with stamps by Unity Stamp Company. I have for the stamping Bittersweet Graduation, and it has this beautiful graduation cap with some flowers. I'm using the paper pack called Magnolia Dreams, and that's also by Unity. So I'm going to add watercolor. Um, this is alt new watercolor, and I stamped the hat, the flowers, and the sentiment onto the smooth side of watercolor cardstock. I like to use Ranger cardstock, but whatever watercolor paper you have is fine. If it has a smooth side on it, use the smooth side if you want to stamp. The stamp impression comes out a little bit better. I also stamp using the Misty stamping tool so that I can stamp a few different times and the ink goes in the same place. And so it gives a better stamp impression. So anyway, so for the coloring, I have a little water jar next to me, and I have already mixed some colors that I want to use. I'm choosing some light blue, minty color, and also a teal color, and I mixed a pink like a fuchsia color with a little bit of orange to make like a salmon coral color. And so that is that third color you see there. So you can mix any of your colors to get a different color that one may not be in your watercolor set. You can use whatever watercolors you have, including watercolor pencils and all different mediums. I just happen to have this set out and I'm using it. So now once you dab the red or the salmon color into the flowers, you don't want to color it all the way your first time around. Just stick with touches of the concentrated color either towards the center or the outer part of the flower, and then let that color sit a little bit while you do the rest of the petals, and then come back to it and add a little bit more of a shade or blend out with water from wherever your concentrated color is out. That's what I do. And sometimes I go over it again. In this case, I went over it a second time. Once I'm finished with that red or salmon color, I heat set everything and then I move on to a different section, like the leaves. And so I'm coloring those into like that turquoise color for the leaves. And so I have a couple of different colors of that. I dabbed in one of those darker shades and then I added the lighter shade. And you just go over that however you want. And then, so I thought that was very minimal watercolor that I added. So I didn't heat set between this gray, the gray shadow. And so I mixed the black color with a lot of water, a very watered down black, and it came up with this gray that I could use for the shadow around the stamping. Turned out really pretty. Sometimes I like to add blue there or a tan color, but this time I thought gray would go with these colors nicely. And so now I muted that black again with some extra water off there to the side, and I'm picking up the lightest bit of that black color, which is the gray, and I'm filling in this cap. I decided not to make a solid black hat. I wanted this to look a little softer, so I made it gray. And I just blend in different shades there and different layers, and I'm trying to concentrate in the darker, more outline, shadowy areas, and then I'll fill it in and blend it in. And when your brush is damp and still wet, it's very easy to blend the watercolor as long as the watercolor hasn't dried completely. And then you just blend it out however you like. You can add some extra accents if you want to, and then heat set everything before you assemble the card. And so this was pre-die cut. This floral cap was die cut to make sort of a border shape, a border accent against that pattern paper background, which I really love. And so you just assemble everything with foam and flat tape to finish, and there you go. So pretty, Very pretty graduation card. Thanks so much for watching. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.